Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. Monday, May 27th, MLB slate. We got a full one in this one here, obviously. So it's a full one, I guess, 11 games, but that's a lot. A lot of day baseball as well. So a lot of stuff going on here today. If you're new to our show, first of all, welcome. Secondly, we fade or follow four teams. It's going to be the Orioles, the Royals, Dodgers, and the Cubs. We'll play in those four particular games. We will give you bets and leans in every other game going on the slate as well. But that's where we're spending our hard-earned money at, is in those four particular games. So many baseball games. So many baseball teams, it is impossible unless there was 50 of me to keep up with everything, or we somehow figure out how to make 72 hours in a day. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, as we got a lot of games to get through. First of all, 1:05 Eastern Time, 10:05 here in Phoenix. Red Sox, Orioles, Boston finally, not Boston. How about Baltimore off the road trip heading home after getting swept by the Cardinals in a 4-game set with the White Sox. So Criswell versus Cole Irvin getting another start. He's been in the bullpen here as they started getting healthy in the starting rotation, but getting a spot start here. Criswell ERA under 3 has been pretty strong. Irvin, he's had a couple blips in the radar, so to speak, but he's 4-2 with the ERA just over 3 in this one. Baltimore headed back home where they're even more comfortable. They're facing a right-hander, which I think definitely versus right-handed pitching. They got a lot of lefties in that lineup that can make some damage happen, and switch hitters that bat better from the left side. So on that one there. So let's give you the lines roughly in this one as well. So Baltimore about $1, $50.60 favorite, depending on where you're at. Total of 8.5. We like the Orioles in this matchup here. Just think the offense a lot more consistent. We know runs-wise kind of what we're going to get out of Baltimore. Where Boston, it's very up and down. It seems like it's 0 to 2 runs, or they bust out for a 7-run plus. So we'll take the Orioles in this matchup. Like I mentioned, let's give you those bets in that Orioles game there. Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. We're on Gunnar Henderson and Ryan O'Hearn in this one. Gunnar homer double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Also, let's see, Gunnar for a walk, as the walk is cashed 3 out of the last 4 games as well for Gunnar Henderson. Ryan O'Hearn, homer double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. So one more time, Orioles, Red Sox to get Memorial Day started off. Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Also Gunnar for a walk. Ryan O'Hearn, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, 2:10 Eastern Time. And what do we got? 11:10 out here in Phoenix. Royals, Twins. Royals 8-game winning streak snapped by Tampa Bay on Sunday. Twins, lost. They played really well against the Rangers first 2 games of the set. They do lose on Sunday. Alec Marsh, Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan has pitched well for multiple years. He got a 3-3 record, which doesn't do him any justice. ERA just barely over 3. Alec Marsh has pitched well. 4-1 with an ERA under 3. Him and Walker probably the 2 weakest starters for the Royals. I think that's pretty safe to say, right, on that one there. But the Twins do present some problems. They do have some power throughout the lineup, even though it's very sporadic. Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out how they score offensively. It seems a little herky-jerky, so to speak. Royals, though, they don't have as much power. I mean, their leading home run hitter, Salvador Perez, with 9. And then you got Witt, who just got to 9 as well on Sunday. It's pretty much where their power lies, is towards the top of that lineup. Don't really have much length in the lineup. Neither do the Twins. but they seem to put consistently a few more hits together. Adam Frazier had a couple more hits on Sunday as he kind of works his way back. So we do like the Royals here, even though they take that loss with the 8-game win streak on Sunday. We do like them to bounce back here on the road. Royals money line, and they are plus pretty sizable money as well, like plus 130, almost 140. Royals money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals plus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Miguel Garcia, who has hit Ryan well, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Bobby Witt, who's been hotter than a firecracker, leading the league in runs scored. Bobby Witt, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits, and also a walk. So one more time, Royals Twins, game 1 of the set on Memorial Day. Royals money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals plus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Garcia, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Bobby Witt, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits, and a walk. Next game up on the board, 2:10 also out here in Phoenix. I'm sorry, Eastern Time, 11:10 in Phoenix. Blue Jays, White Sox. Chris Bassett, Nastrini in this one. This one here, this could be wow. I mean, Blue Jays, Bassett's been getting bashed around. The White Sox have played pretty well at home. They kept it somewhat tight against the Orioles, multiple games in that set at home in that one. Bassett, though, Nastrini has not pitched well. His ERA, I think, is double digits. Bassett has been struggling quite a bit as well. ERA around 5. To be really honest, in this one, we would look to the over at 8.5. Also, team totals on both sides should be around 3.5, 4.5. I would bet the over in that cases as well. So, in that game there. Next game up. Let's see. We move to 4:10 Eastern Time. 1:10 out here in Phoenix. Guardians going from LA to Colorado. Continue the road trip here. Gomber pitching for the Rockies against Curry for the Guardians. Guardians are smoking red hot at the moment. Let's give the Guardians all their flowers. They have been, let's say, dominant, right? Here as of late. We're cutting this episode as they're actually going for win number 9 in a row as they lead the Angels in this one. A chance for them to beat up on some more teams that are definitely less qualified than they are. They're 35-17 going into Sunday. They've had a monster run. Orioles, I mean, realistically, when you look at it, it's like, how are the Royals not in first place at 34-20? The reason is because the Guardians have been even hotter than the Royals. So this one here, pretty simple formula for us, which is play the Guardians. Like, play the Guardians. The line's not posted yet. Doesn't matter. Play it. Roll with it. Guardians over team total because they've been scoring runs as well is another play. But Guardians money line. Guardians minus 1.5 on the run line as well in that one matchup there. Next game up, 4:10 Eastern Time, 1:10 out here in Phoenix. Dodgers, Mets. Man, have the Dodgers sucked for the last week plus. Wow. 5-game losing streak going into this one. The Mets get a miracle win in the bottom of the 9th against the Giants after they lost the first 2 games of that series in the top of the 9th or extras. So the Mets get a little revenge there. Dodgers record 33-22. I don't know, like, their win total was projected around 105 wins. They're not getting anywhere close. They're going to be lucky to finish in the 90s. The one good thing that they've got going on is there's no pressure from anybody in the National League West with the Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, all basically at or under 500. There's nobody in the West that's really keeping up. So the Dodgers can go through a skid like this and still be in first place with nothing to worry about. They did not score. They scored 6 runs the first game against Cincinnati, 1 run and 1 run. And they got the 1 run on Sunday in the 9th. They've been struggling offensively. Ohtani, cold. Betts is just, except for Friday, Saturday and Sunday was just a single apiece in those games. No damage, no home runs as of late. That's the big deal. They rely on the home run ball a lot with Betts, Ohtani, Freeman, Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and so on and so forth in that lineup. Been a little bit of a struggle. Gavin Stone pitching against Miguel in this one. We're still going to roll with the Dodgers. I'm going to tell you, though, of all the bets we've got going on, this game would be the weakest that we're on here, but still like the Dodgers in there. They're still about $1.40, $1.50 favorite as well. So would not blame you to take the Mets here. I don't see a conceivable way for me to back the Mets with that inconsistent offense, horrible bullpen, and starting pitching sometimes that can be a little erratic as well. So Dodgers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. They're just going to have to start scoring some runs, folks. It's as simple as that. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers minus half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Freddie Freeman and Will Smith is where we're headed here in this matchup. Freeman, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Will Smith, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time in this Dodgers-Mets matchup. Dodgers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over the team total. Dodgers minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Freddie Freeman, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Will Smith, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game on the board. Also 4:10 Eastern time. Cardinals, Reds. Reds have finally woke up. Of course, it took playing 6 games against the Dodgers to do so, and they took 5 out of 6. 2 in LA, 3 at home. Welcome back, Cincinnati Reds. Lodolo, Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn pitched really well his last time out. Cardinals on a little bit of a tear here. They're almost back up to 500 in this one as well, as they were way down in the standings early on in this one here. So let's take Cardinals. Let's see, Reds about $1.24 favorite in this one. They seem to be relishing the underdog role here a little bit, but still would roll with the Reds slightly, even though they are the favorite in that particular game there. Also look for their team total over against Lance Lynn. Next game up, also 1:10 out here in Phoenix, 4:10 Eastern time. Cubs, Brewers. No starting pitcher announced yet for the Cubs. And we got Gasser going for the Brewers in Milwaukee. Cubs will be coming off Sunday Night Baseball. That game hasn't even started when we're cutting this episode here, so just to kind of give you a heads up. And then you got Milwaukee, who's been able to figure out how to score some runs. They did get, let's see, I apologize here. They did lose on Sunday because they only got 1 run against the Red Sox on the road. But just at home, they're definitely a little bit different animal here. So we do like the Brewers in this particular matchup. Even though the Brewers about, let's take a look here once again. Brewers about, it's about a coin toss game, and we don't know who's pitching. Now, this does change if for some reason the Cubs throw Shota in here. He did miss his last start due to a rain out. I don't know if they're going to punch him back in here, but make sure you come back and check out the Google Sheets to see if there's any updated plays here. But Brewers, money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Brewers over their team total. Brewers minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. William Contreras and Yelich is who we'll be focusing on batter-wise here. Contreras, home run, double. Over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Christian Yelich, homer, double. Over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time in that Brewers-Cubs matchup. Brewers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Brewers over their team total. Brewers minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. William Contreras, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And then we get Christian Yelich, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, 4:10 Eastern, 1:10 out here in Phoenix as well. Nationals against the Braves. Braves had a horrendous time in Pittsburgh. They lost the front 2 of that finally decided to score some runs in Game 3. You got Parker pitching for the Washington. Acuna did get hurt in the last game against the Pirates, going against Charlie Morton in this one. The left-handed Parker, decent stats here, 3-2 with a 3.3 ERA. Charlie Morton, who's been wild and crazy, 3-1 with a 3.3 ERA. It's been kind of crazy watching him as well on that one. So we do like the Braves, even though they're about a $2 favorite in this one. Nationals, a lot better at home than they are on the road. Unfortunately, it was Patrick Corbin Day on Sunday, which means pretty much an automatic loss for them. So they'd rather Patrick pitch on the road for sure, but it just fell in the rotation that way. Do like the Braves. Do like the Braves over their team total. We'd be looking also at Azuna for batter props in that one as well. Next game up, 5:05 here in Phoenix. 5:05 Eastern, 2:05 here in Phoenix. Phillies, Giants. The Phillies are once again on fire, right? So, I mean, the best team in baseball so far this season. This one, though, with Walker pitching against Snell, they're barely a favorite in this particular game. I think the Phillies get something going here against the Giants. Snell pitched okay his last time out. He's still a little limited. He tends to walk a ton of people. We'd roll with the Phillies in that one. Also, a money line, and then also a -1.5 on the run line. Last two games, we've got, 3:40 out here in Phoenix, 6:40 Eastern time. Marlins on the road still, going to the Padres this time. Rogers versus Michael King in this one. Padres have struggled against the Yanks. Maybe they just need to see some worse pitching or something. Marlins played the D-backs pretty tough all weekend long in that one as well. So congrats to the Marlins for making that stuff happen, right? But do foresee here kind of the same thing we've been seeing with the Marlins all season long, which is losses. So we do like the Padres in this particular one. We like them to score some runs, so should be over 4.5 probably team total. Take that one once it gets posted. Also, Padres on the money line. Do like a -1.5 runs in that one as well. Final game of the night, 6:41 out here in Phoenix. So definitely 3 hours after everything else starts, right? 9:41 Eastern time, Astros, Mariners. Mariners get a great win on National Patrick Corbin Day on Sunday after struggling in that series against the Nationals on the road. Miller pitches versus Framber Valdez. The wrong team's favored. That's all I got to say. Framber's been an absolute shit show, to say the least, as of late. Miller's pitched well. It looks like about $1, just barely over $1, -104, and then a -112 for the Astros. Play the Mariners here. Play them +1.5 on the run line. Play over their team total. Julio Rodriguez hit a couple home runs over the weekend, so maybe his bat has awoken, which will help out that Mariners offense tremendously. But love the Mariners in that particular game there. So obviously we just went through a ton of bets. What's the easiest way to see those? It's really simple to do. You can find it in multiple spots online. At the end of every YouTube episode that we do, in the comments section, you'll see a link, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Also, you'll find it on our TikTok and YouTube channel pages. That same website, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Bunch of other stuff behind it. Click into that. Go to 2024 baseball. Scroll down to May 27th. You'll be able to get all of those bets. You want the bets we had, what juice we got them at, what units we placed on it, and what book we placed it at as well. And then obviously the result once the game's all finished up. You want to make life easy to find us? That's also very simple to do. Whatever social media platform that you're watching us on, make sure you hit subscribe or follow. We'll be in your subscriptions or followers tab. And if you want to make life even easier than that, make sure you turn on notifications for whatever social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.